Alright, so here we go this time. Connection supposedly excellent, but that means nothing. And just wait and see if we do get anything happening. Either that or YouTube has just decided to nerf me. Render me down to the bottom of their list of channels to bother broadcasting. Decided no more YouTube videos for you, Mr. Daniels. We've had enough of your extra wordy English. It's very un-American. We don't approve of it. Okay, why have I got iPhone 6s around here? Oh well. Alright, seems like we're getting some people. Yeah, the hair's mid, yeah. I have my reasons. I had a very bad night last night. Got smacked down and around pretty badly by vertigo, general unwellness and things like that. And some of it comes from the hair being a little tight on the back of the head, amongst other things, you know. Alright, this seems better. Okay, so we've got a, what have we got? 2141 that supposedly is liquid damage. At least that's the honest part of it. Basically like the 1706s, 77s or whatever. Yeah, but with a new motherboard in them. Certainly not the M1 chip, but still a new motherboard. Hey DJ Ever, Steve. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I'll get used to it again. Doesn't take that long to get used to not having hair. I'll admit that I didn't spare. Well, I didn't pay anything for the haircut. Just lopped the ponytail off, and that was pretty much it. Hey Martin, what are you upset about? James Ewing? Jessica? Suit your long and short. Yeah, my wife, Alita complains about that. She reckons she could go at my hair with a chainsaw, like deliberately to try and mess it up, and I'd still come out for decent hairdo, she reckons. What is it? Carol Brady on the Brady Bunch apparently was like that. That's where she gets it from. So no matter what you try and do to it, it just still comes out fine. Oh yeah, let's go to overhead view. Enough of looking at me. There we go. Oh, because I am poorly. Yeah. Steve, it wasn't intentional. It just happened for some reason. I don't know why. So I restarted the stream. Yeah, a bit of the problem is that on Tuesday last week, I just noticed that the camera is a little bit funky at the moment, so just bear with me a second. Let's see. That's a little better. Alright. Hey Ed. Let's see, Osis, you kind of had that drunken haircut from some female friend, turned out great. Yeah, sometimes we can, and Shia LaBeouf's here. One wonders if that's the real Shia LaBeouf, or however you pronounce that name. Don't ask me to get that one right. Okay. Right, it is at this point that I realise I've actually never opened up one of these particular ones before. A lot of the type of connections here are different, like they've got different pressings on the various metal plates. I've got the overall darker tone, and this is an 820, what? 1700. Okay, so we'll punch that in. Make sure we keep our database up to date. What was this? Job 350. 820, what is it? 001700? 1700. Date. Right. Anyway, as I was beginning to say before, hey Keith and Aruna, is that on Tuesday I went to the bank and started the process of the home loan, and they said, well, we should have an answer for you anything between 24 to 72 hours. Now, that was on Tuesday afternoon. Needless to say, Friday afternoon has come and gone and not a peep out of them. And so it's kind of driving my anxiety a little bit, because I'm sort of wanting them, if they're not going to give me the loan, just tell me, Just tell me, and at least I can then chase up some other avenues, or find out what it is they want from me. Do they need more deposit, although I shouldn't need that, but just see what the sticking point is. But instead, no, we go into the weekend with complete silence, and that's pretty much the worst of all. G'day Mark, how's it going? Going into the weekend with no idea what's going on. That's the worst. So anyway, it's driving the anxieties a little bit. Because like I say, I would rather at least know that I'm not going to get it, and then I can chase up with other banks, or I mean, I would like to think that there's no reason for them to decline the application. Certainly, I've got a big enough deposit, it's over 20% deposit. On paper, I easily should be able to service the loan. It's only about $200 a week, which is a little bit less than what I pay for rent. And of course, I've got a long history in this industry. My tax returns show progressively increasing income. It's a little hard, but the thing is, I am a sole trader, so being a sole trader in Australia, and probably in other places, basically means the banks look at you like you're some kind of bizarro alien talking in gibberish. Wow, this board has a lot of flex connectors. I don't like that. Yeah, because they do that. They get stuck to the board and you can't lift them up properly or anything. Well, it's the same kind of... it is a family situation, so I am getting a bit of a better deal in terms of rent. Christian, time for my monthly weird question. Any new links, etc. we should have to know about? Links? I don't know. Don't think so. What have I missed? Did I blank out with the previous weird question event? Okay, we've got the liquid damage already, I see, right there. It's on the ONOFF button. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the way they're doing the cabling on this one. It's cheaper for them. Cheaper and easier to engineer because they can just move the flexes around. But yeah, that corrosion, bam, right there. Let's see, that's the audio port. The on-off button hasn't been affected, so can't blame that. I think we just have to take the board out completely. Let's see what we got. Why are you... Screw doesn't want to come out. How long is the mortgage for? Well, at that rate it'll be a 25-year, but my plan is I'm going to lock it in at 2.14% for 4 years, and then I can pay $10,000 a year above and beyond during that period, and then anything extra that I have that I can't pay into the loan, I'll just simply keep on savings, and then once the 4 years is up, I can then revert, I can just pay out the rest if I've got enough, and it just reverts back to whatever the rate is of the day. Now I know some people are saying that interest rates could go negative and henceforth you actually get paid to carry debt, but I do not think that the banks will actually play that game when it comes to general consumer debt. I'm pretty sure they will find some sort of charges or reasons not to carry that through. I think you'd have to see like -2% on the interest rates before you'd even get to the point where your home loan would even have a chance of getting paid to carry that debt. Hey, Richard Becker and Chris Basillo. AJ's here. Yeah, I'll wait, you've said about the FFCs. Who have I missed? Haven't missed anyone yet? No. Oh, great. So now they're covering up the Wi-Fi. That's interesting. It's a metal. Be interesting. Is this for shielding or is this just for being annoying? Okay, that is a short, stumpy one. Taking me forever to get this open. Well, there's certainly a lot of flexes and there's certainly a lot of screws too, actually. Okay, that's a longer screw. The longer screw came from the top left there. So I might actually throw it up there. I'm guessing this one here will also be a longer screw. Yes, it is. And it's got the white, what do you call it? Loctite. Short stumpy. Short stumpy. These ones are usually the ultra fine ones because they're screwing into standoffs. Oh, you guys are playing it up. Of course, you'll be a short stumpy, won't you? Yep. Stumpy-ish. Got to be a little more careful when it's the first time around on a board. I don't want to make too many mistakes. Not like that iPhone XR that we had. Which bank? Yes, exactly that bank. Being Apple, you're going to go for it being annoying. Yeah. In this particular instance, it might actually be legit. So it has been interesting the last couple of days going through the various videos and comments around the place about the Apple M1 chip. It's intriguing to see the people who want to conflate the high performance of the chip under certain loads with just general purpose load. And I'll be honest, for probably most people who use them, there's the real damage there. Most people who use these devices, they will probably rarely, if ever, step outside of that optimized envelope, engineering envelope, of which the equipment is designed for. And so for them, their experience is going to be perfectly fine. But where I take exception is when people start saying or trying to say that Intel and AMD have been caught with their pants down and stuff like that, and it's not the case. It's basically just Intel and AMD with the x86. They make a general purpose CPU that is actually efficient for the work it does. ARM chips are efficient for the work they do, but if you had to try and bring them up to doing the same sort of performance levels of what the x86s do as general purpose, the ARM will not be as efficient in its sort of design form. But like I said, for the environment that the MacBook Air and things like that are being used with this M1 chip, it's going to be great, and it is going to be efficient. and it's going to perform well for the tasks, but it's not really an Intel killer or AMD killer in terms of when it comes to general purpose. Yeah, it's a good marketing. Yeah, that's pretty much all it comes down to. And it gets frustrating though when you actually say to the people, you're like, I agree, it is going to be a very fast machine. It does very quick video encoding, things like that, because it has got a hardware solution for that purpose. So of course it's going to be quicker than a general purpose CPU that churns away and burns 200 watts to do something similar. But it's horses for courses, and look, realistically, probably most people these days can get away with using nothing more than a glorified tablet for their work. PCs are now perhaps an overkill in terms of general purposeness. And look, if we got serious about it, there's nothing stopping someone developing a plug-in card that can do that encoding at this high speed as well. Just connect it up through USB 3 or whatever. Hey, Penov. Yeah, Penov, I'd say they're sort of like skewing the figures there a little bit. I would dare say they will be going along going, well, we can do this video encoding using this much power, and it takes the Intel a hell of a lot more, and it's like, yeah, I think we're comparing your hardware encoder to the GP CPU. Okay, this thing is not coming out cleanly. Anyway, I'll personally probably be buying a couple of those MacBook Airs just to see what they're like. I'll probably even use them. But I'm trying to be realistic and thinking it'd be very surprising if Apple comes out with something a magnitude or more superior than the Intel or AMD offerings for doing exactly the same task. If they can do that, and if that pans out under real testing, then I'll definitely be shocked. As they say, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So I will believe Apple when they say that they can do a lot of the things quicker because they've made the hardware specifically for it. But across the board, I'm disinclined to believe them. And they will, of course, say, well, that's not actually what we said. And it's like, yeah, I know. You just inferred it through omission, which was the intent. I mean, that's good marketing. You leave people to fill the blanks and lead them towards filling it with what they're not meant to. Steve K, you haven't used a bank in about 54 years. What, you buy your house cash or something? That is truly the point of disaster on this board here. I'm not even sure what chip that is, but whatever happened there is what likely killed it. This here, not so much. That just needs a bit of flux cleanup. By the way, I am up considerably later than I would normally be for doing this sort of work, but I just felt like it. Well, we may have gotten lucky on this one, but of course the only downside is that I'm not really sure what it is that's down there, but we'll find out. Bring up the board view. Yeah, proof in the pudding. Yep. Anyway, so like I said, I'll go out and buy one or two if I've got the money and have a look and see what they're like and put them through my own testing. Because the downside is you're not going to be able to probably run Linux or anything on them because I suspect they will have locked the ability to boot to anything other than their system. But it is going to be interesting to see. My biggest worry is the availability of board views and schematics, I have a strong feeling that these are going to come under the iPhone, iPad type scenario. Therefore, software like ZXW and Wuxing or whatever it is are going to get a hold of that sort of data, and we're not. Okay. And so that's going to spell trouble for me. Well, for all of us. Well, me. Me, because I'm going to lose out on sales of Flex Board View if we don't get to have the things. Oh, man, someone hasn't updated this board properly. Ah, damn it. Okay. I have actually fixed this. It's just that I know that it's on my other machine. Okay, apologies if I'm not keeping up with the text. Let's see. Right, SCP. Okay. Aw, come on. Panov, didn't I fix the outlines on this one? I'm almost certain I did. I'm almost certain I have fixed the outline on this one. Oh wait, maybe I copied it from myself then. No, I did not. Yeah, okay, wait. Damn it. Oh well, I'll worry about it later. I did a outline update for this particular board, and I gave, I sort of uploaded it somewhere, and now I can't find it. I didn't update my own. Oh, it's in BVR format, that's right. Thank you very much, P. Damn, yeah. How did I forget that? And did I copy that across? I bet you I did, and I didn't look at it. No, it's not in there. I'm actually kind of surprised that my database hasn't been updated there. There we go, found it. Oh yeah, BVR. Huzzah! Okay, so what are we on? CPU side, we're up here, 9080. What are you? Oh god, SSD. Oh god. Alright, that's to the NAND. What do you reckon, Pernov? Dead? Dead SSD? What do you reckon? Crap. Of all the places for that to land. Well, what we can do, we can really try our luck. I don't even know what that chip is. TPS 6. Let's see if we can find that. Is that available anywhere else? Yeah, I hate to agree, but yeah, dead is most likely. So we got 1814, 850's got it. Okay, I've got an 850 here. Chaz Whiting, Gippsland, Victoria. Welcome. How's things down there in Victoria? I have often wanted to move down to your area. They're probably Tasmania, to be honest. 1598, 1040. Okay, so basically most of the modern ones seem to have it. Funnily enough, the 1700 has it. Ah, crud. Yeah. Jim will be asleep at the moment. Alright, so we know we do have another chip if we need, most likely, but let's see what we can do about cleaning up this damaged area and see how it is. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go the easy bet way and say that most likely it's cactus. We'll do a semi-Lewis on the flux there. Hey, Tubby Bobby, thank you. I'll pass the compliment to my wife. Doing a pre-stream to announce that you're about to stream. What? Sorry, folks. Couldn't stop that one. Ah. Well, that cap there is particularly gnarly. The inductors seem like they might be, but that cap's definitely gnarly. Interesting, it doesn't seem to have gone through to the circuit board in terms of rotting the... Okay, that inductor might be trouble. It's got a bit of rust on it. Toothbrush and 8020 out, I think. Betting the Clark Kent style forehead strands aren't. No, get that yummy steak. No. I wish I could say that was the case. Being as a child, there's some shorted outlines there by the looks of it. A little bit of a what's a Christopher Reeves fan, but in this case, no. Alrighty. Start checking for some shorty sorts. What have we got? 2v5 NAND SSD 1. So let's find ourselves a ground first. Yeah, that's a bad start already. Okay, but this thing has a... Come on, what's tired mode? Okay, let's see if... You kidding me? Come on, don't do that. Stop beeping to tell me that you're dead. 120. That's not good. Let's see what the actual resistance is. $32 ohms. It's low, but that's not what I call a short. It's just, it is low, but I wouldn't necessarily... I don't know what it's supposed to be though. But I wouldn't call that a short. Let's see, 9081, which is the one on the end. And that's about the same too. So I'd say, well, that's to be expected actually, because they're on the same damn output. There's a bit of grime between them, but yeah, we'll clean them up now. You never know, we might have got lucky. Sometimes you can get real lucky. I don't know if it's this time, but sometimes. Check the other side. What's on the other side? Yeah, those two are on the same trace, yep. You talking about this junk here? That'd be NAND SSD1. Is that what you're talking about? You want me to check NAND SSD1? I'm guessing you do. Hey ITC, good to see you. Let's see, is that it? No, 31. Yeah, that was... Does Paul know what he's doing? Absolutely not. Okay, that is meant to be ground, so that's fine. Well, that seems okay too. OSIS, no, I can't. Unfortunately, it's just... I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do at the moment about it. I don't know why it does it. I mean, look, I'll plug it into another port, but believe me, it's not going to change anything. Other than the fact that I'll probably lose the entire machine now. And it'll be all because of you. So I hope you're ready to take responsibility for the trauma you're about to cause to everybody. Okay? You ready for it? Here goes. Trauma coming your way. We've got audio back. Okay, audio's back. And now the microscope camera is very, very slow. Still tearing. Let's quit and come back. Be back in about 5 seconds, you hope. Back. Okay. Slight difference in the tearing there. Now I've got the Z tear. You people have got to learn to whinge less. Honestly, I'm starting to think you're all just a bunch of snowflakes. It's no wonder Lewis has given up on you all. He's given up on the whole industry. He's not going to do videos anymore. I mean, he tells you it's because he doesn't, there's no thrill in it anymore, no fun. But really, it's just because he's sick of the lot of you. And so he's just handing you all off to me now. That's his way of punishing me. Keith, nice. Very nice. Good snowflake representations there. Yeah, now it's really bad. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? See, my innate desire to be a people pleaser just bites me in the butt.